Are you giving a toast?
No! Not me. I was trying to get her camera ready. Give her 2 seconds. What do you think?
A couple moments while my kids and my brother get it together. I might be 51 before we actually end up with this.
All right. Wait a minute.
Okay.
David is.
Oh, I'm doing the toast? Oh, hi, Dad.
Wait a minute.
Grandma's not here.
Grandma's not? Where's Grandma?
She took the dog up.
She took the dog up. Well, Grandma can watch it on the videotape.
Okay.
Debbie's so kindly taping. Well, anyway, it's I'm glad everybody could show up. Maybe on somewhat short notice, but anyway, we pulled it off, and the rain held out till now. So this is good, and we got you good, Dad. And it's good to be home, and happy 50th birthday.
Thank you.
And this is to you. Good couple more.
Oh, there you go.
Take it.
You know, another time he goes, the photographer wasn't ready. I tried to
There we go. All right, and let's see. I think we got some cake coming out here, so drink quick.
Bob, you would like to give a speech?
Yeah, I have a
He always wants to give us
Sorry, birthday boy.
never being short for words, and with this great opportunity with so many of my friends forced to sit here and listen to me. Do you have an extra roll on that, Kim? I'd like to take this opportunity to recite several of the speeches that I haven't been able to give because I have had my 50th.
Why Julius Caesar?
I really do appreciate you all coming to share with me this midpoint in my life, and I do hope it is a midpoint in my life. It's nice to see so many of you have come from so far, and I know that you are going down to the boats in different places tonight, and I will open the presents as fast as I can. But truly, I do appreciate you coming and sharing with me my 50th, and thank you very much to my wife and my kids, and when I put this thing together, and this is really a lot of fun. Thank you.
Cheers. All right, cake done.
Let's eat. Let's eat.
Let's eat. What time is it?
Who has the kid?
We have somewhat of an eternal instinct over here. He's even behaving.
Oh, wow.
There's the cutest kid here.
Patrick.
Yeah.
I see. My God. Wait a minute. Don't blow it out yet.
Hey, now listen. Do these blow out, or are these the fake ones?
Heck yeah, they'll blow out.
All right, wait a minute. Let me get in position.
One's already come in.
All right. Blow it out, babe.
One shot.
Wait a minute. Brad.
I just gave you 2 more, aren't you lucky?
Waiting for a win.
Hey, wait a minute. You didn't blow them all out yet.
Yeah.
I thought you had more hot air than that.
We know you have more hot air than that. Do you like the kid on the videos?
These are great.
You gotta do it with your tongue.
Oh, he's okay. Whoa, what your finger?
Oh, there's the cutest kid.
This is really fun.
We got one burning there.
Forget it. Hang it up,
Hey,
babe.
really fun.
That's the problem with being 40. I mean 50.
Oh, yeah. Lloyd's had a lot to drink. Can't even remember how old the top is.
You have to stick it in this. There we go, Bob. Stick it in a bowl of water.
Down to the creek.
There we go. Let's go, Kim.
This is a
tradition that has been started by my daughter Sharon. And she's designated me as the reader of her poem.
Wait a minute, how did she send it to you?
She faxed it to me.
Oh, Sharon!
My crazy Uncle Bob is turning 50 years today.
What was that first word?
Crazy.
Crazy.
My crazy Uncle Bob is turning 50 years today. And everybody's here to tease him about his hairs of gray. But I live way out west, and for his party won't be home, and so his niece must send him birthday wishes via a poem. I've done a little research to get all my facts correct. I've interviewed his mother, and with his children I have checked. And so this short synopsis I'll attempt to do in prose will capture Uncle Bob's life and tell stuff that no one knows. So listen very carefully. To these facts that I impart. Knowledge is all powerful when it's so close to the heart. Once upon a time there was a happy family. Mother, father, little son, together they made three. The father worked for IBM, and every move he made to live in different cities seemed to spark a newborn babe. And so they moved to Hartford, and of course Helen's stomach grew. Was in the town of Springfield. She gave birth to baby 2. The year was 1940, and the day, July 13, 8:30 in the morning, little Robert made the scene. Born a Bacasile, though it wouldn't stay the same, his parents thought that Basil was a shorter, sweeter name. He was the second son, although the siblings grew to 4. Thank God that IBM didn't move his family to New York. From Endicott to Larchmont, towns up in New York, they finally settled down, and they quit running from the store. Growing up in Larchmont, in many sports he did compete. Baseball, hoops, and football. He was quite an athlete. The Larchmont Avenue Church knew that on Bob they could depend. He was the starting point guard, and his team he could defend. And once while playing baseball, he probably got a hit, went tearing around the bases, while Bobby wouldn't quit. A triple stretched into a run. He slid home with a laugh, collided with another kid, snapped that kid's leg in half. President of his classes, he was a leader from the start. He made his plans for college, and houses got his heart. Up to RPI, my brother Ernie was in the fray. Bob went for architecture, fun. Oh yes, and his degree. That didn't rhyme, I couldn't figure it out. In 1963, he wed his longtime sweetie pie, Elizabeth Lloyd McCarty. The binds they did tie. When Robert was an architect, his job took him to Troy, and wasting very little time, they had a bouncing baby boy. And out to California, a new adventure had begun. Got his MBA from Stanford, and they had another son. Now Palo Alto is gorgeous. California is the best. Don't ask me or CZ why he ever left the West. Gulf Wrestling came a-calling and gave him a stellar job. And although it was very nice, it didn't satisfy young Bob. The businessman in Bob was always screaming to get out. So one day he picked up the phone, Dave Bond and Ernest shop. And it was perfect timing, for they were ready to. Basil Corporation formed. Build is what they do. They started down in Allentown some 20 years ago with a place called Fountain House. The fledgling firm began to grow. From painters crossing to the meadow, to the ponds, to Chester Brook, good times, hard times, this enterprise could not be shook. Still he works 20 hours a day, and that's 6 days a week. He only takes a break when the stress level's at its peak. He's held 1,000 offices, and on 100 boards, the chairman of committees for some bold and moving towards. The Pennsylvania builders would never have gone so far, neither would NAHB, if not for Robert R. In the past 10 years, the only rest he has ever got was is when his wife dragged him down to peaceful Montserrat. The best investment he has made, he's been heard to say, is in his house in Avalon where he can get away. Hopefully he'll settle down when Coventry Point is through, but if I know my Uncle Bob, he'll be on to something new. The children make him proud. His children make him proud. Let me tell you about these three. For those who don't know, they're David, Patrick, Kimberly. A highlight of the 70s was his darling daughter Kim, was the apple of his eye, and it brought great joy to him. Now Patrick's graduated. Into the real world he will run. And judging from his attitude, the best is yet to come. And you should all see Season now in LA on the Strand, lady with the babes, or sunning on the sand. It's amazing what can be achieved in half a century. You surely are a star upon the basil tree. May the second 50 bring you health and happiness. And may you take it easy and live with very little stress. We all love you, Uncle Bob. In closing, let me say, happy birthday, happy year, have a fun-filled day.